Hello everybody, it is Shizato, and you know me. And this video is going to be a kind of just a full gameplay of the KV-1 Zis-5. I'll talk about the tank a little bit, and then I'll also go into just a couple of other things, kind of like why I haven't been posting videos and things that I have planned, sort of. So, yeah, there's that. So without further ado, how about we get into this video. So, with the vehicle I'm using, it's the KV-1 Zis-5. So if you remember my last KV-1 video, which was on the KV-1S, you'll know I have a distinct, I had a distinct moment in that video, where, it was one of the beginning clips, where I decided to take the thing into realistic. I believe I got Ash River, and I got killed almost immediately by a Sturmgeschütz camping on a ledge. And I specifically said in that clip that that's why I don't play realistic. Well, look what we have here. We have a realistic match, 4.3, I believe, because yes, the Zis-5 did get a battle rating reduction. It is now 4.3 instead of 4.7. Which means you never have to face Tigers or Panthers or 76mm Jumbo Shermans or IS-2s. You can still face IS-1s though, because that also got a BR reduction. And, you know, tanks of the like. So, this looks a hell of a lot like the KV-1 L11. So, what's the difference? Well, there's really two differences that define the Zis-5 away from the L11. First off, the name. The name difference is due to the gun. The gun on the L11 is the 76mm L11 cannon. And the gun on this is the 76mm Zis-5. Now the main differences is that with the Zis-5 you get different shells, and it's actually really about it. And the shells I use here are the MD8 Fuse APHE with some 90mm of 95mm of pen. And APCR, in case, you know, there's a vehicle I can't pen, and I very, very rarely use APCR. So anyways, that's the first difference. The second difference is the armor. So the KV-1 L11, and also by extension the KV-2, have 75mm, around 75mm of armor all around. The Zis-5 has 100mm of armor all around. Pretty much. With no effect to top speed. So effectively this is just a heavily armored, slightly better gunned L11. And effectively it should be played in the same way, where you're not necessarily trying to be you shouldn't be overly aggressive with this thing. Let's just say that. You do have the armor to back you up, but it's a tank that positioning matters. You angle your armor, you're going to bounce a lot of shells. So, and also, the reason why I go so aggressive with that M16 is because I know it can't pen. It can't pen through 100mm armor with 50 cals. And also, it's nice to mention that you also need to take into matters of where to aim. I mean, mind you, I'm very inexperienced at realistic matches. So this is somewhat interesting to do.
I agree. The Allied forces have captured a zone.
I mean, I don't know how that didn't damage my tank at all. Like, I go through this match completely unscathed. Mind you, I only get 2 kills, and one of them is going to be in about a minute or so. And the rest of it's just me kind of wandering around, so I'll talk about other things there. Anyways, so you just play this like the KV-1 L11 to an extent. It's just kind of a support tank. You know, stick with your mediums. Make sure that, you know, they have nice cover. They have good cover. And really, just angle your armor and only shoot back occasionally. Or you could just do what I'm doing, is following this T-34 and doing a more aggressive thing. I mean, it works sometimes, but it really depends on your playstyle. Like, this is not a medium tank. It's slow, somewhat unmaneuverable. And boop. Sorry, Mr. Stug. So, anyways, I keep saying that. I really should stop. So, what should you do? Like, what should you do upgrade-wise? Okay, for upgrades, focus on your gun and survivability upgrades. So your parts, your gun elevation, your turret ring, all that stuff. And also get the good shells. Get the MD8 fuse. Get the solid shot. Well, get the solid shot because a lot of tanks actually aren't at this BR. Can't handle solid shot too well. Then get your APCR, though. If you're going to use APCR, load very few of them, because those are kind of a last resort sort of thing. No, with shell types, you primarily want to use the MD8 fuse. So your higher penning, slightly less explosive mass. And that will yield you the most consistent most consistent kills. Because there's a lot of explosive mass in it. I think it's like 112 grams or something like that of TNT effective. It's around the 100 gram mark, so that's quite a bit of explosive even for a 76 millimeter gun. Considering that the long-barreled 75 for the Germans only has 25 grams. The Japanese has like some like 65, 70 grams. Americans about the same, and then the British, well, what's explosives? And, well, crew skills, that's, you could just look up many miles away's videos and figure that out, how he said, what he says to do. Because he did one on the KV-2, not necessarily the KV-1, though. So, anyways, on to let's move on to the other topics while there's still time. So first off, why haven't I been making actual videos and doing more streams? Share factories being a pain. Like there was something weird going on regarding the last video I made. Oh, last video I tried to make, which was a rant video about the battle rating system. And me constantly getting maximum up tiered into 6.7 matches when I only had a single 5.7. I was very angry making that video. but I've since had time to calm down and whatnot about it. I mean, it's whatever. But there's something weird either on YouTube's end or on Share Factory's end saying that I can't make a video more than 15 minutes long because my account supposedly isn't verified. Look at all the past videos I've made. Or most of the past videos I've made. Like actual videos, not live streams, because live streams are completely different. They're usually in the 20 to 25 minute region, if not more. So I don't know what's going on that end. And also speaking of things going on PlayStation wise, Gran Turismo Sport's gonna be coming in the near future. Well, closed beta for the US servers, at least. So that's gonna be starting on St. Patrick's Day, and I did sign up for it. So hopefully I do get an opportunity to play the game, considering I am a rather big Gran Turismo fan, and I really want to see how Gran Turismo Sport is. I mean, I'm not a diehard racer, okay? I'm not one to want to set the fastest lap times every single time. Like, for me, like, yes, I prefer having a fun car. I prefer having a fun car to drive over a really fast car to drive, which is, I like cruise lobbies in Gran Turismo 6. Although with the deterioration of the servers pretty much in Gran Turismo 6, I've sort of stopped playing. So I hope the servers are much better in that case. But I'm not going to post any videos on it until at least the full game release, because I don't want to get any copyright strikes or anything, because I don't have legal rights basically, and I don't want Polyphony Digital to get mad at me for posting something I shouldn't. So, and see, I was gonna kill this guy, but he bailed out. Yeah. Now, so anyways, that's gonna end my rambling there pretty much. So, well, with the Gran Turismo thing, I'm probably gonna talk about it if I get it. Put Project Cars in the background or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, that should do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. The next video in this series is either going to be on the KV2 or the German KV1B. So look forward to that. I'm gonna do a stream on Monday. So anyways, keep your beards in check, keep your head on your neck, and I will see you guys in the future.